Bienvenidos, ESCBubble. It is that time of year again. Benidorm Fest is just around the corner, and we are joined by the wonderful TikTok star of all of that world and also
Everything.
recording artist Carla Frigo. Thank you for taking time out of your busy Christmas schedule to be with us today. How are you feeling and how is the prep going?
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I wasn't expecting all the bienvenidos. That was so cool. I'm so happy of all of this experience and also happy to be here.
I mean, I've already mentioned it. You're a huge star on TikTok. I'm looking at your metrics; they're absolutely insane. You've got over 4 million followers, over 120 million likes. So I guess my first question to you is, why did you apply for Benidorm Fest, and why now?
It has always been one of my biggest dreams to represent Spain in Eurovision. So Benidorm is it's like the first step to go to Eurovision.
Hmm.
For me, also, it's an honor to be in Benidorm Fest. Like it's the biggest show we have here in Spain. So that's why I'm here right now because I want to represent my country in Eurovision.
So this is purely a Eurovision dream, then? You just want to be on that stage in Basel, then?
It's my dream since I was a child is to be
Hmm.
there. So
Well, that's really good to know from a Eurofan perspective that that's on your mind. Like
yeah.
I was so I was listening to some of your music before this, and like so, your style is described as I think it's Latino Urbano is what Google
Um,
describes your style as.
Not now. Like 1 year ago, like last year, I tried to represent also Spain
Oh
in
wow.
Benidorm. Yes, it's my second time trying to be in the Benidorm Fest. So since like last year, I made like a break. Like I felt like I was posting music that didn't match like my energy in that moment because obviously you grow as a person also a lot of things happened last year, so I was like I don't feel confident with this music, so let's change everything. So I would say that my style right now is not urbano as they say or Latino. I feel like my song Bésame has that bachata tango which is part of the Latino world, but it's a very European vibe. I think it's
Yeah.
just it's Latino but chill.
Yeah, that was exactly the experience I got when I was listening to you. Listen to the first minute, and you're like, "Oh, okay, it's a bit sort of Latino."
Uh-huh.
I kind of know what this is.
Uh-huh.
And then the beat drops, and you're in Ibiza in the '90s. Like it's a
Yeah,
completely different song. So, like,
that's that's so
was that the
cool you
feel you were
say
going
that.
for? Like, yeah,
Oh, that's so cool you say that because
yeah.
I always when I'm composing, I always say to my producer, I want to like I need that this music has to be in Ibiza. Like my
Mm.
mentality when I'm composing is like in Ibiza with the sun, that vibe. So
Mm.
that's your description is just amazing. Thank you so much.
It's definitely the sort of song that I can see coming on a few Eurovision summer playlists. I'll definitely say that
uh,
now. But yeah, so another thing that really makes your song stand out, I think, in the Benidorm Fest roster this year is that you have that verse in English, like near the end of it.
Thank
Like,
you so much
was
to
was it?
appreciate
Yeah,
that.
was that important to you to have it bilingual? Like, was that something that you were thinking about going into this? Like,
Yeah, I usually do that, like the Spanglish, as we say here in
yeah.
Spain. All my references since I was a child, they are like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Whitney Houston, like all these references that they sing in English. So I have that disconnection, and also I think it's really important if this song go to Eurovision. When you connect with the song, if you don't know the lyrics, it's really difficult to connect. But if you know
Mm.
like just a few words or maybe a verse or sentences, I think it's easier to connect and to like that song. You know what I mean?
It's kind of from a Eurofan perspective. Like I have friends who are like, they're singing songs in Estonian and Montenegrin in the shower, so it's not really a problem for us. But like, I do see from a mainstream perspective, that is a really interesting point. Like, you do want the song to connect, and like, yeah,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I understand that because I also listen a lot of music, for example, in French, and I don't know
yeah,
French. But at the same time, what I think is for me, it's easier to connect for example, with Spanish music. Like, so
well, the hope is to get 40-something gay men in clubs in London singing "Bésame como la última vez" next few months' time, and I'm sure we will hear it.
I will go to London, maybe in February, or I don't know. It depends on the work. But for sure, I'm going there, and I will go in every single club to put my song, and all the people from England has to know the lyrics. I don't care if you don't know Spanish.
Now, I know you can't give too much away about what your performance is going to look like, but I just wanted to ask, like, how are you going to sort of translate your sort of high energy, like high octane stuff that you do for TikTok to the Benidorm stage? Like, what's it going to look like?
What I am trying to do with the show is like each part of the song, I think there are like different parts. For example, more cute part, more sensual, like there are different vibes in the song. So I think for me it's important to be dynamic, to not always be the same, because for example, if you start dancing at the first second, it's okay, it's like, wow, she's dancing, she's so good at dancing. But then when the song is like, you are in the first minute, it's like, okay, you already dance, what else can you do? So it's TV, everything has to be bigger than the normal show, so I'm trying to do like a big performance. Like, I don't know, I can tell, I have to be like,
I can tell you're not giving away specific details there, but that is good to know. Talking about Eurovision itself, like, you have already said that it is your dream to go to Eurovision, so we'll be crossing everything for you. What are your sort of favorite memories of Eurovision? Do you have any like performances that really stand out to you over the years? Like, what's your experience with Eurovision, Ben?
There's a lot of experience in Eurovision, because from the past years, like with Chanel, I was like, I felt like I was Chanel, like I was so nervous. Also, with Noah Kirel, when I saw her, I just fell in love with her. I was like, he has to win. Like, I really love Noah.
Very sort of similar dynamic as well, like performance-wise.
She's like a diva. Yes, I love her. Also, Maneskin. Like, my mom was shouting. Like, she was like, they have to win, they have to win. That was so cool. Like, the Maneskin year was so cool. Like, after that show, I was like a completely, like the whole year, like a rock star. Like, I don't know what happens to me, but I was like a chick girl, and then after Maneskin, I was like, Mom, I want to be a rock star. I wrote like many rock star songs, and my manager was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Bit of genre switching there, I like it.
I was so into that vibe, So Maneskin really changed my life for a whole year.
But boiling it down into like a sentence or something, what would it mean to represent Spain at Eurovision?
When I think about Eurovision, I think about like my little Carla playing the piano since I was 6 years old, or just going to bars, to pubs, singing. And I've always dreamed about that, about being Hannah Montana, about being a pop star, about being in Eurovision. And it's like people, when you are like little, they're like, what are you dreaming? Like, that's not possible. But I've always stand out in that mentality. Like, I thought that I could be that pop star. So I think it's more like to feel good with the little Carla, like to be proud of the little Carla, maybe.
That is a lovely sentiment. Like, just before we go, just a little bonus question to get to know you a little bit better. This will not take long. Could you pick a number between 1 and 30, please?
1 and 30. 9.
Okay. If someone were to make a film of your life, who would play you?
Who would play me? Like an actress, actor?
Anyone. Who do you think would play you well in a film of your life?
Maybe Lara Croft.
Yeah.
She's fantastic, and she's like so hyperactive. She's very
exactly.
She likes action. I love action.
We all love action here in the Eurovision community.
Yeah.
Clara, go and follow Carla on TikTok. Go and listen to all her music, all the usual stuff. Support new artists. We love chatting to artists in national final season. We always get some absolute humdiggers. So do stick around. Do subscribe to ESCBubble's YouTube channel for more Eurovision reviews, interviews, and the whole shebang. Carla, I will let you go now. Thank you so much. Happy Christmas and
so
Happy
much.
New Year. And buena suerte in Benidorm.
Gracias. Feliz Navidad. Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
See ya.
John.
Bye.